Have you heard of quitting day? I have to tell you, I certainly hadn't, but we are going to talk about quitting day today. Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Santina, or Tina Wheat, for those of you who don't know me. I am an academic family physician, and I'm a career and life coach who is dedicated to helping healthcare workers and other busy professionals rediscover their purpose so that they feel empowered to increase their balance and joy both at home and at work. And like I said, today we're going to talk about an interesting topic, which is quitting day. So, no, quitting day is not the day that everyone just walks out of their jobs. It is not the great resignation. Instead, quitting day is the day that everyone gives up on their New Year's resolutions. And I didn't know, but it happens to have a specific pattern, and that is the second Friday of January. And so if you're watching this as I'm recording it, then that is actually coming really soon. And it has not been very many days in January for that to hit. Now, have you been there? I certainly have. I have certainly set a New Year's resolution that was quite ambitious, that I was sure I was going to be able to accomplish, and then been quite disappointed in myself when I was unable to do it and then gave up altogether. And actually, it got to the point that I stopped doing New Year's resolutions altogether and instead tried to focus on goals and improving my habits. That way, I feel like if I stumble along the way, I don't give up. That being said, I really want to help you not go through the tragedy of quitting day. I really want you to be able to stick to whatever it is that you set as your own personal intention, goal, or resolution for 2025. So let's get started. So let's start by talking about, why do resolutions fail? Why do we quit? And it goes back to what I was just saying. Sometimes we set resolutions that are just too big, are just too ambitious. For example, we might be someone that just sits on the couch every single day, not doing a moment of exercise in our life, and then decide that we're going to do an hour of exercise every single day with no breaks. That doesn't make sense. And of course, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but many of us set goals that are that big in comparison to where we started. And so the first question is the goal that I set right for myself? Am I doing something that is achievable? And if I'm setting something that is achievable, do I know what I need to do in order to achieve that goal? And so in the comments, I want you to tell me, do you usually set resolutions? And if you do, have you already given up on them? Or are you somebody that is setting goals and intentions like I am trying? Now, let's talk about the focus of the goal. I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions to see if you are really set up for success. So, a couple of questions that you can ask yourself are, is this goal actually meaningful to me? And second, if I do achieve that goal, how will I feel? How will it impact my life, my family, or my career? If this goal is really meaningful for you and you feel good about how you would feel if you were to achieve it, then have you set up the steps that you need in order to make it happen? If your goal is not quite realistic, if it is big, can you break it up into a smaller goal so that you can hit the smaller goal first and then be on your way to achieve that bigger goal? Big goals don't have to be overwhelming, they just have to have a clear path. So, for example, going back to exercise, if your goal is to be more active, then maybe starting by setting I'm going to walk for 10 minutes every day might be a goal that is more achievable than I'm going to be active for an hour every single day. So start small with something that is achievable and then move on to that bigger goal. Once that smaller thing becomes a habit, it is easier to move on. Okay, the next thing we have to think about is, what is getting in our way? What is preventing us from reaching those goals? If you're anything like me, you might set some of the same unrealistic goals over and over and over again, and the same thing gets in your way. Have you really stopped to think about what those are, and can you move them out of your way? So think about, what stopped me last time? Did I have the right tools? Did I have the time? Did I have the right support? Whatever it was, let's remove those obstacles. For example, if you want to go to bed earlier, consider setting a wind down on your phone. I put do not disturb on my phone an hour before it's time for bed so that I have no excuses to wind down. If you want to work out in the morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before so that you don't have another excuse to not go down and work out. Make it as easy as possible for you to succeed. Finally, let's talk about accountability and flexibility. Who is holding you accountable to your goals? Who have you shared them with? Do you have a partner, Do you have a team? Do you have a coach? Do you have someone that is helping you stay on top of that? Having someone to check in with can make a huge difference. And then for flexibility, remember, it is not all or nothing. Just because you stumble along the way does not mean that you aren't on the path to hit your great goal. It is important to adjust, reset, and keep going. And remember, it is not all or nothing. In fact, let's reframe the idea of quitting. Instead of quitting on your goals, quit on the things that don't serve you. Quit self-doubt, quit letting other people's opinions hold you back, and quit the idea that it has to be perfect. Your goals are worth it, and so are you. So how are we going to beat quitting day this year? I want to hear your goals. I hope you'll share them in the comments and let me support you in meeting them. And if you are feeling stuck or don't know where to start and want some support in setting goals and thinking through how do you make sure that they are accomplishable for you, I hope you'll consider joining me on Sunday, January 12th, where I'm going to help everyone create a 3 to 6 month plan. You can find the link in the comments below, and I hope to see you there. Please feel free to message me for more details. And with that, that is the end of our video for today. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that you will beat quitting day this year. Take care, and remember that I am always grateful.